Hey guys, it's your boy. We're back with more feature with content, and today we are doing Rage versus Judgment for Thor. So let's dive right into the content because I have a lot to show you guys. So for the build that we have, we got everything maxed out. The critical rate will be maxed out soon. All no Orin's blessings. We got all skills level 6, tap and and max level. Hawkeye stage 12, we have 4-star artifact, of course, with the order, same instinct, and the bonus. Mighty Judgment 2050, but I'm not going to use it as a Mighty Judgment. I will not even use the type amplification on my skill rotation, and it will be just be like normal Judgment. And this is the uniform options. For the cards, we are rocking 25% pierce, and we got 146% energy attack and the energy attack proc. Now, do not go for the cards. For the rage build, let's see what we have. So for rage, we also got everything maxed out, dodge as well, Nodin's blessings as well, critical damage, all gears are 25, skills are level 6, rank 5 type enhancement, power of angle stage 12, 4-star artifact, not the same instinct, but it's not gonna make a huge difference, CDP of rage, and a mythic uniform that we have here. For the card stat, we had 145, 146 there, and we have 149% actually here. So we have almost exactly the same energy attack on and the build on both accounts. CDP of rage first, I'm gonna go on stage 39, exact same strikers, exact same build and everything, of course, and we will try and find out which one is stronger. So the thing that I found with CDP of rage was that you can spam it, and it was a lot, like, I liked it. Like I think a Mighty Judgment will beat CDP of rage, but it does some nice damage. Still not in par. If you have like the type amplification proc 40-70 on a Mighty Judgment, that will be a lot better in my opinion, because you can do a lot more damage, and that's how it goes. Anyways, tier 3 skill, and we should be able to almost get it down. He goes into that phase. We can use the 3 cancel right here. One more rotation and it should be, yeah, we're done. We're getting it. So we got this down in 414, the first phase. I will be completing the whole thing, so it's not like I'm gonna only do like first phase. 3 cancel 5-4. We go into the tier 3 skill, some nice juicy damage. It stays 39. I'm using the White Fox and Ancient One support. Ancient One gives you 40% of elemental damage increase as well, so she also works as a support for all the allies, which is pretty nice. And he goes to the second phase of the second phase, like second phase of the second phase right here, which is pretty sweet. Anyways, so let's go what we have for the Mighty Judgment. So see what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna start off with the rotation. We do not have the type proc activated, and now I will activate the type proc here on the second skill, so I don't get it on the normal skill. So I had to do all this stuff just so I can do this comparison. This is the best I could do. We got the tier 3 skill, we break the shield. We are not gonna move because moving will definitely charge that. So that's how it goes. We got the proc, pretty nice. It works pretty nice actually. And the thing now is that, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna use I have to use this right here. I could have died, so what I'm gonna do now is use the second skill back to back quickly so that we don't do that. So now I think there was one mistake. I mean, I can't do anything, like it's a proc, but it's only for 2 seconds and the proc is gone. So I'm still not using the type proc, okay? So I don't know, I had to do all this weird stuff for the videos. I don't know, man. 3 cancel 5-4. We have the tier 3 skill, and then boom, look at that beautiful damage. I will be activating the proc with the second skill now. The proc is activated, that's alright. I'm gonna go back to him. 3 cancel, the proc is a bit late. Gotta go to the 4th skill, does some nice damage, and then we are back to this thing. So he again goes to the second phase, and now it should be the last rotation, maybe, just maybe. So I just had to use that skill, and now I can just use the 3 cancel 5 cancel 4 tier 3, and we get this down in 331. It can be about 10 seconds faster because I had to run around. Okay, so I will take 340 as the time. For null stage 24, I'm just using CDP of rage right now. First of all, we have the CDP of rage Thor. Gonna use the second skill. It actually helps out. Second skill, moving out of the area and everything. So that is pretty sweet. Anyways, I'm gonna go back. We are at the 48th bar. 3 cancel 5 4. Tier 3 skill does insane amount of damage, and look at that. We are back and we are done. Okay, we are in the second phase already. 30 bars down. Rage does work. It's a low stage and it's a level 80 Thor, so I don't think you guys should, do things like that. I did one mistake though. I used this rotation right here, which I think was bad idea, because you could have gotten a lot more attack. You could get actually a lot more attack when you don't use that. And somehow, well, it happens with CDP of Rage. He does does these things anyways. I'm gonna go for the 22nd bar. Pretty nice. Use a tier 3 skill though. I don't like it. Anyways, we'll get some extra damage from the second skill. Now 21 bars remaining. We have to use it once again. 3 cancel 5 and then 4. The proc sometimes on CDP of Rage, like most of the time, is on time. Sometime it does give some issues, like which I really don't like. Anyways, I'm gonna go for 5 4. And we'll get him to the 7th phase, and now I'm just gonna throw the tier 3 skill at this time, and then we should have this clear right here. Almost there. One more rotation. 3 cancel 5 4 and done. 340 for null stage 24 with this team up. Exact same lead, exact same team up. I'm not using the type with the judgment, and you can see the damage is pretty similar. We were at 48th bar and we're just at 40th bar with this thing as well, which is pretty awesome. So I guess you can go for a judgment or you can go for a rage as well if you like whatever you want, whichever you feel comfortable with. If you don't have a judgment, then you of course you can go for that. Anyways, 31st bar. Now I think I did use this right, or maybe not. I don't know. That's how it goes. We also have the ABX test after this, so then we can decide. So I'm gonna go for 3 cancel 5 and cancel the 4. I don't think it's make a huge difference because you're still running around, so that's how it goes. I tried not activating the proc, but I guess it's gonna activate here. It did not. That is pretty nice. It did not activate the proc. It did activate in the end, but that does not matter because we are already done with this thing. We have the rotation coming, and so still we are just using it as a normal judgment. 354 tier 3 skill and does some nice juicy damage, and pushing him back to the 7th bar. So I do feel that he has a lot more damage on judgment compared to rage sometimes, but it's all about what you have and what you can use on these characters. Rage also is comparable. Sadly, I will not be able to use that skill here, but I could have done it. Okay, I could have done it already here. Still, I think so. Exactly the same time with the CDP of judgment as well as we had with the rage. We got guard broken and everything. So I would say exactly the same time for judgment and rage. So I think they are literally exact the same as here. ABX is a different scenario. It is definitely a different scenario. So we have a CDP of rage here, and the proc activated late, kind of sucks. Anyways, I'm just using him with Nick Fury and White Fox because Thor does not have cancel. He is not going to be ABX meta. He sucks in ABX when you look at that, and when you will see the end score of this run, you will also say the same thing. Anyways, we're gonna go 3 cancel 5 cancel 4. The thing is that Nick Fury can cancel with the 5th skill with a burn, which is pretty nice, and yeah, everything actually works perfect with him. But the thing is that the proc is not missing. The proc is very consistent even with the CDP average and ABX, and it works fine. Although this skill does give me some issues, I have to use the 4th skill early. This always gives me issues. Anyways, I'm gonna switch to Nick Fury right here just to cancel the rover. And Nick Fury on this rotation, well, I don't really like to use Nick Fury's rotation mainly because, well, I don't want to hinder the proc much because it's a CDP of rage on this Nick Fury as well, which kind of sucks. 5 cancel, we go back to Thor. 354 tier 3 skill using the exact same rotation as World Boss Legend, and I think it is the best case scenario for you guys as well. I think I'm gonna go 3 cancel 5. We got the proc into the 4th skill, and pretty nice. If the tier 3 skill does not trigger your the next proc, I think that's the best part, because then you don't have to worry about the early proc activations. You don't have to worry about changing rotation or anything. That does help out. But I think you will see now he did do something like this. We did go here, but he went for the roar. We can't do anything. 7.3 million. Gonna cancel the rover once again with the fifth skill. Pretty like, yeah, he's not that as strong as I thought he would be. Actually, Jane Foster is a lot stronger than Thor in ABX as well, even with a damage proc obelisk. And I'm talking a 120% obelisk. She's awesome. So maybe a CDP of energy, she might be able to score maybe 9 million plus, or maybe actually even more. So I'll try and do a Jane Foster video as well for ABX, and I'll check out how she does. Anyways, we are at 8.3 million, 3 cancel, 5 4. We have the tier 3 skill which did not register, stupid tier 3 skill. And I'm gonna go here, use the skill, and I'm gonna throw in the 4 and 5 before going for Nick Fury. Reason, I want the tier 3 skill rotation at the end. And when he comes out, I want the tier 3 skill rotation there. I had to do that. There was no option. Anyways, so we got fifth skill in, last thing, so we don't have to worry about switching anymore, which is nice. Tier 3 skill, we just gone past 9 million mark, but 13 seconds remaining, 10 seconds remaining now. It should be my last rotation. Sadly, the proc activated early, can't do anything about that, and this is how it goes. I'm gonna go for 3, cancel 2, because the skills are not gonna be available, and then 4. So about 9.5 million with that team up. It's a really good team up, so he does not have any place in ABX, he sucks in ABX, in short. Anyways, I'll try and use again the same way that we did in World Boss Legend. I'll charge up the second skill here and not do any damage, because just to get rid of that type amplification from that. It's only a 20-50 type though, so it's not gonna be like a humongous difference, but it does help out. So I'm just gonna use it like this. 3 cancel, 5 4. Use it, and that is pretty awesome. I can use the second skill right here to do no damage to the beast, which is nice. I'm gonna go 3 cancel, 5 4, tier 3 skill, and now pretty nice damage. So he works with energy. I think he also will work with a like, I think he should work with the energy, but energy is not recommended honestly. Like, it's just that it's just not as good as as you would actually think. Anyways, I'm gonna go here, switch to Nick Fury here. I should have switched a bit sooner. I'm gonna use the fifth skill. I mistakenly used the first one rotation here, but it's only a CDP of insight on this account, and the other rage one actually had a rage on Nick Fury, which definitely was a issue. 3 cancel, 5 4 into the tier 3 skill, and we are back to the 5 million mark right here. So yeah, pretty nice, not bad. Now I had to use this. I just used one rotation type, and I had to do this, guys. I cannot, you cannot expect me to have a perfect run when you're running a type amplification judgment. So bear with it. It's not gonna make a difference at all in the run, and you will see what I'm talking about. So he goes for the roar. I go to the fifth skill. We cancel the roar with the fifth skill. Pretty awesome. And now again waiting for Thor to come out. He's not made for ABX, okay? He's level 80, it gives him a lot more value in World Boss Legend high stages. It also gives him a lot more value in Dispatch as well as Dimension Rift. I think he's the fastest as well. I believe he's the fastest character, like level 80 in like Dispatch, beating Iron Man and I guess Moon Knight as well in those content. So I will try and do a level 80 video as well. So this kind of sucks. I had to use the skill, and because the proc sucked, I'm just gonna use the second skill just as some extra damage to this guy, and I'm gonna switch to Nick Fury. So even if I had used, like, even if I had not wasted any more time on this thing, it's still not gonna beat Rage. Rage was like 9.5 million. There's no way he's gonna make 1.5 million in like 20 seconds remaining now. Although he's gonna get close, but still it's gonna be a big difference in Rage versus Judgment, I would say. The proc did activate early. Sadly, we can't do anything. Is the issue with the tier 3 skill? What can we do? There's nothing we can do, and now I'm just gonna go for 3. I should have just used the 3 cancel, but 8.7, it's not as strong as Rage for this thing. So I would say, all in all, Rage, in my opinion, is better than a normal Judgment. Although specifically for World Boss Legend, a normal Judgment is as equal to a Rage. But one thing to notice, if you have a normal Judgment and you have a Rage, go with Rage, because he also does more damage with Rage in Ultron. Judgment will not do that much damage. So let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about what CTP you are going to give for Thor. I'm thinking to go with the Judgment, maybe a Rage. I'll decide later on my account what I'm gonna do with this guy, but he's pretty good. Level 80, useful, not the best, but good enough. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one.